Hello, everyone. I am Lady Calamer. I hope everyone is doing good. I welcome you to my channel. So, today is my 373rd presentation. It will be on the angel, aka fallen angel, Dumah. All meow sound effects will be provided by my cat lady boss. So, here we have this beautiful card of Dumah, Angel of Dreams, here. And that's what they put him as, from the Angelarium, Oracle of Emanations, by Eli Minaya and Peter Moherbacher. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So the Angel of Dreams here. So Dumah's name means silence. He is the silence as well as stillness, and the silence and stillness of the grave, of death. Interesting enough, Ishmael, the one found in Genesis, who happens to be the son of the Abraham, named his sixth son Dumah, which again, for silence. Possibly for silence, to be quiet and listen. But interesting that he would name his son Dumah. Or did Dumah become an angel? Or was Dumah an angel and I don't know, he just named his son after Dumah? Or does Dumah have anything to do with the son of Ishmael, the grandson of Abraham? Notice in Genesis 25. So, and that sun represents 6 and the west. And the west is, of course, the setting sun. And in some traditions and religions and areas, the setting sun was the west, dealing with death. But that's not all cases, because in uh, Hinduism, south is the land of the dead, and in some places like north would be where the dead are. Well, I digress. How did he become a fallen angel? Well, let's go back towards the Abrahamic God, Yahweh, against the Egyptians. And in Exodus. So, God wanted Dumah. He charged Dumah before he charged Azrael, okay, which is death. And Dumah is also one of the angels of death, and we'll get into that. He says, my angel of death, Dumah, I want you to kill every firstborn male. That's not just children. It could be adults. It could be someone 40 years old. They're the firstborn male, so you're toast. If you're a child or an infant, you're toast. But also, all, from what I understand, all the firstborn males, doesn't matter. Uh, uh, Animals that were herd animals, or animals that, for food, all the firstborn males, or to be toast, unless you had lamb's blood on your door. Dumah really loved, hence still is considered the tutelary, I'm messing up that word, the guardian angel of Egypt and the Egyptians. And he says, I love these people. I love Egypt. I won't do it. This is wrong. you're punishing not only the guilty but the innocents and the infants and the newborns. I won't do it. And he took down, he has a flaming sword, or some say flaming rod, and he threw it down in defiance. And God said, okay, you're now a fallen angel. And then he went to Azrael, who proceeded to kill uh, all firstborn men. And, from the song, I like that song. It just reminds me of the song Creeping Death by Metallica. Die by my hand, I creep across the land, killing firstborn man. But Dumah would not do that. So Dumah was considered fallen. And then Dumah's reputation becomes more and more sinister and evil. Because Dumah wouldn't blindly obey a command he felt wrong. He felt wrong in his eyes. Dumah can communicate with you, but he does it so in a way of dreams, and he does so in a way of silence. He will communicate you with gestures. He may send a message into your head. He may do symbols. From what I understand, he doesn't talk. He is silence. So it says we have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth, that we are to look more, listen more, and speak less. Right? So he can be used to silence someone temporarily or for good, but to silence someone. So if someone's like, you got the gift of gab and you're just tired of it, and that's all they speak, you can use silence spells with Duma. You can also bind their tongue to shut them up, stop the slander, stop speaking about you, whether they're speaking truth or false about you, and you just don't want your reputation ruined. You can use Dumah to shut them the fuck up. Shut them up. To bind, to make them gag on their own words. Every time you speak my name, may you gag or choke. Also, to bind someone to be still because he is an angel of stillness. So if you feel threatened by someone physically, or of course get the police, but if you feel you got someone abusive, or you got a court case against someone, or you have someone doing magic, you can bind their words, bind them. Duma is the angel of silence and stillness, as well as the grave. So you take it the way you want. He's also now like the prince of Gehenna. Oh yes, Gehenna, hell. So he deals with that. What do you think, Boo? You won't be silenced, will you? Nope. She said, nope, I won't be silenced. So Duma is one of the chief demons of hell, Gehenna. And he is said to have 12,000 attendants underneath him to punish the souls of the damned and sinners. It is said that he can also be used and also to, oh my God, she's silencing Duma. Look at this. Look at her authority and her audacity to silence Duma. Damn, you got cojones. You Yeah, you got the power, boo. So he can be used, and one of his punishments is to make someone relive bad memories again and 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 repeat it. Him and his attendants punish the sinners for 6 out of 7 days. On the seventh day, they rest. He is a said to have 1,000 eyes. He's a thousand-eyed angel with armed with a fiery rod. Maybe we can use. How about lightsaber? Are you a Star Wars fan? He could be. I wonder what color his. I would say red, like Darth Vader, right? He's got the red, fiery lightsaber. He's the Force is strong with Dumah. Are any a Star Wars fan? I'm a Star Wars fan. So the Force is strong with Dumah. Thousand-eyed angel armed with a fiery lightsaber, sword, or rod. Of course, they didn't have the word for lightsabers, but that's pretty cool. So Duma is used to punish bad people. I don't see anything wrong with that. So he's the tutelary angel of Egypt, the almighty prince of hell, with his lightsaber, and the angel of another thing, not just punishment, but vindication. The angel of vindication. I'm not guilty, Duma. Vindicate me. But also in the Zohar, interesting enough, in the Zohar, Duma is said to have tens of thousands of angels of destruction underneath him in Gehenna. Ooh. So this guy is pretty fierce and powerful. Approach with respect and caution. So let's read a little bit from this book, Angelarium, Oracle of Emanations. Descent to the unknown. Duma is the impetus to doubt a false reality, to crack the shell, keeping you from the truth. When the world shifts around you, Duma is your guide. The world is stranger than you believe it to be. So, introduction. When you are not sure, when you're dealing with falsehoods and fallacies, and you're dealing with maybe Maya of the world, that this angel will show you the truth and can be a guide to show you the reality. So when you realize things are stranger than it is, Duma is your guide. What we all dream, we dream together. Those dreams pull together in Duma's cupped hands. Look below the surface of the water. You know you've missed something, and yet you wonder why. You listen closely, and yet you hear nothing. All the while, you dream the truth. You think you seek. It is said that Duma and Leliel are connected. Leliel are connected. The truth of this can only be found within the angelarium. Signs: a reflection in water, a golden cage, an eye. So that's his things. But I would also like to throw in the fiery lightsaber because the force is strong with him. But reflection in water, a golden cage, and an eye. 1,000 eyes to be exact. So he can see things. Duma can read thoughts. So be careful with this one. He can read thoughts when you call him, and he knows what you did. He knows the truth. Don't go telling Duma you're innocent when you're not. When you know you feel you aren't. And if you feel you've done something wrong, just say, well, I did this, but I certainly don't deserve this. Or I've learned my lesson and I don't think I should be punished anymore. Duma can make you review things. Oh, yes, he can. He can make you reveal things, maybe something you've forgotten that was said or done, and have you remember. Do not think you're going to get one on him. You're not. He knows. Dumah is an angel that tells you to listen. Not just to listen, but to examine. Listen to the silence. Listen to your inner silence. Everything else is just noise. Tune it out. It's static. You know how the monks, when they were at Washington, D.C., and they were telling you to listen to your heartbeat, and you heard the Christians, the radical ones, blah, 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 Jesus Christ, blah, 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 hell, hell, blah, blah, damn fire, hell, hell, blah, blah. And it was kind of distracting because I'm trying to put my hand on my heartbeat listening to them. And then he goes and says, it's just noise. Listen to your heartbeat. Put your hand on. Remember how he said, if you can't feel your heartbeat, then you have a problem? He's Venerable Master Venerable Viku Panyakara he's something else. That's his name, the leader of the walking monks. He's a character. I love him. He's got great humor. He did say everything else is noise. Listen to your heartbeat. That's also, I'm not saying comparing him to Duma, but that's what Duma would tell you. Blah blah blah. It's all it's just noise. She agrees. She's look at you, boo, lady buzzed. Yeah. So listen to your inner self. Be still and know. What I read is one would think that would be Binah. To listen. The great the but he's been associated with Geburah. And that's interesting. And Mars is under Geburah. And Aries deals with Mars, right? So I thought it would be fitting to use this Jolly Roger dealing with this symbol of death because he is one of the angels of death. It's this is not Highlander. The daemons, the gods, the angels, they share in responsibilities. It's not there can only be one. So it's also said that this angel of death, okay, the angel of death itself, or Azrael, delivers all souls to Duma, both the good and the bad, both the wicked to meet damnation and those good to the place of eternal bliss. I would say to go back into reincarnation. And different religions have different places of punishment or learning or growing. I mean, you have it. You see this in Buddhism. You have it in Hinduism. So, and some people will say Earth is actually hell, and it's a prison, or that you have to keep going on the wheel of life and death until you get it right, or until you learn what you need to learn, or want or have to learn. Now, Dumah is also, he's spelt different ways. Dumah, and I believe Douma, depending on the language. And even in Aramaic, it means silence. Again, Douma. Aramaic, it means silence. In Hebrew, it means silence. And again, it's the silence of death. So, Duma can cause death, destruction, ruination, binding, and silencing of people and your enemies and other spirits. If you feel like you're threatened, he can stop it. And again, he is the angel of Egypt. So Duma is a pretty some people actually say not to mess with him because he's evil. I have no problem with Duma. I have none whatsoever, at least so far. And like I said, so Duma is mentioned as the sixth son of Ishmael, which aligns him as the grandson of Abraham. And also, Duma was also a place, I think, in somewhere now in modern Iraq, I believe. It was a place in Iraq. So it was also a locality. So he represents things such as grief and mourning over someone, uh, dealing with the uh, the stages of grief and of loss. A reminder that we all have to pay the reaper because the price of life is death. And it doesn't just something mean negativity. A lot of people just think death is negative. It's just a cycle of life and acceptance and understanding of our mortality. That our body, it's just like a car. We're driving it. Do we own the body? I mean, the body is ours for now, but it's not like, oh, I have an important meeting. Okay, body, Don't hit me with diarrhea now. Does our body listen? No, we end up with diarrhea sometimes. Or we have to, have an important, let's say you have an important court date and all of a sudden you get the flu. You can't tell your body, don't be sick. You can take things to stop it, but if you're sick and you end up in the hospital, it's not what you wanted your body to do. Or maybe you had that important meeting with your boss, and in the meeting, all of a sudden your stomach starts grumbling, and you just don't have Imodium with you, and you have to run out of that meeting. You couldn't tell your body what to do, can you? You could say, you could try to hold it in and like clench your butt cheeks. But in reality, I'm not trying to get off this, is that, you know, what the Buddha said, you're born, right? You're destined to get sick, old, and then die. So, or as the suffering, the cause of suffering, the remedy to suffering, and to stay happy. But again, it's just acceptance of understanding that we're not always in control, even what we think we own. So it's a thing of acceptance and to find peace in the face of death and of loss and of grief and sadness. So, and finding peace and solace during the time of grieving is something that Dumah can help with and to help you understand. He guides the souls from transitioning from the living to the afterlife. And that we should honor our dead. We can mourn our dead, but also remember the happy times too. In New Orleans, and I lived there. Happens not just in New Orleans, but there is like the jazz funeral. It gets real sad, and everybody will walk with coffin, and they'll play sad music. Like, we're sorry that you're gone. We miss you. We love you. We're sad. We're mourning, and then it gets upbeat. They do the second line, and it gets happy. Even though you're gone, we have happy memories of you, and we're sure glad to have known you or been with you, or that we had so many happy memories. And I've seen videos where people will dance on the coffin. People say, that's disrespectful. No, this is New Orleans tradition. It's Louisiana, where they will sometimes dance on the coffin, not as a mockery, a celebration of life and a celebration of death and celebration that will be united again. So don't just remember, you're gone, or just remember the sad times. Remember the happy times. Even if they were a family member and you're having problems and they died and you're still having unresolved, just remember, maybe your uncle took you to the beach. Maybe and remember that. Maybe your aunt took you to your favorite movie. And even if you have that memory, to remember at least some good times, to bring peace to yourself and to help you with manifesting of good things. Even when a person may have not been mentally there. Maybe, just try to remember the good times and to connect with your happiness. So if you have like 100 negative things about this person, but you can find 10 good things, you're going to bring more peace to yourself. And this is one of Dumah's teachings, and that we can learn. You know that song, Pray for the dead, and the dead will pray for you. This is very, because he is an angel of death. Pray for the dead, and the dead will pray for you. And that's not just Christian to pray for your dead. It's part of ancestor worship. It's what's done in Lukumi. It's what's done in Vudan. It's what's done even different pagan traditions of honoring your dead. That I hope you are happy. Or maybe I hope you're miserable, you know? But, or I hope you learn, or I hope you know, you realize you were wrong and I was right. Or maybe I was wrong and you were right. And to uh, reconciliation and to move on and not be stuck. That's one of Dumah's thing is dealing with honoring of the dead and the ancestors. So he's known in Islamic lore and rabbinic lore, but in Christianity, this being, this entity, this angel, demon, whatever you want to call it, is not really recognized pretty much as some other uh, demons and angels. But some Christians' interpretations of this angel slash demon, fallen angel, is a symbol of hope for those who are mourning. So we can look at this angel as themes of compassion, love, hope, guidance, comforting during those who are mourning, and for help during times of sadness. In Islamic lore, he he records the deeds of people, like sort of like how Tahuti, the god of Egypt, records things. He records things. He just like writes. Yep. So he writes down. He oversees human behavior and seeing who lived a sinful life and one who lived a good, happy, good life, a righteous life. So he records our deeds. And in Islamic lore, he is also an angel connected to Judgment Day. And we're not talking about Terminator Judgment Day, even though that's cool. So, and again, I'm not Islamic, I'm not Christian, and I'm not a Jew, not Jewish. So, I'm pagan, I'm cultist, witch, magician, and we're not talking about a stage magician either. So, how long have I been talking about? 33 minutes. So Dumah has that his resilience is an angel of strength and resilience. The balance dealing with personal growth, personal responsibility, balance, and to be in control of what you're thinking and to not always do what you're thinking because sometimes those thoughts can land you in prison. So to have, and I've never been in prison, I never want to go to prison. So, to even though you want to choke someone out, you want to punch someone in the face, you want to spit on someone, you don't. Just don't. Let's pretend we did, but don't. Okay, pretty much. Or, just a mantra, it's not worth the jail time. So, tranquility as a pathway to peace, because inner peace comes from within. Inner peace comes from within. Within. So, Duma is the silence, the still waters, the beautiful serene landscapes, the quiet woods and the forests, the power of just being one with your breath. To breathe in, you are the breath. Hold, you are the breath. Breathe out, you are the breath. Hold, you are the breath. You, you are the breath. To control your mind, to control your thoughts, and not let anyone make you lose that peace. To control it. And if you need medication to help you with that from a doctor, go right ahead. If you need some herbal tea for your peace, go ahead. And where it's legal, if you need a gummy, go right ahead. But to have Duma can lead you to have a deeper understanding of peace, oneness, and the understanding of yourself. And he can help you have interconnectedness with all and harmony, to live in harmony. So he is an angel of introspection and reflection of your life and mortality. And trust me, humans are always trying to find a way to cheat death. But just like the movie Final Destination, death will have its due. Okay, it's not just like that, but the Final Destination, all the I love the whole franchise. It's friggin' awesome. I even saw it in 3D. I am a horror fan. I am a metal fan. So, and I'm a cultist. I know it's cliche, metal, horror movies, occultist, but throw in animals and cats. And I love cats and wolves. So, so he represents the significance of silence and spiritual practices. You can't learn when you're constantly blabbing your mouth. Shut up and listen to your instructor, your teacher. Shut up sometimes and listen. Ask important questions, but shut. Not only silence the monkey mind and silence your mouth, okay? And listen. So one can find comfort in him. He's he comes as masculine. This angel usually I've never seen any feminine in this angel. If you did, let me know. But for me, I have never seen any feminine in this. So another thing is Dumah is name of one of the seven areas, departments, compartments of Gehenna, Gehenna, and those who were guilty of slander, lying, pieces of shit, and or there to be silenced. So you can use spells involving like some use a beef tongue and put pins and tie it. Like shut the hell up spells, stop your lying. That's a good angel. If you're into the demons and angels, you can use this angel to shut someone the hell up. So, anyways, let me know what you think of this angel. And as payment to me, if you see me, you can give me money. I love money. But also spread my video with your friends and family. Send energies and vibes and spells of money, protection, and health, and even spiritual guidance my way. Even if you see this video 20 years from now, I'll accept it and send that to me and my home and my cats to peace. I may think I own these cats. They own me, apparently. I can't sometimes get them to stop fighting. I wish there was peace between them. I wish Joker would stop trying to beat up Lady Boss. I wish Sarmumi would stop trying to beat up Boss. And there again, when we think we own something, it's like we can't always control it. Just like with our car. You think you own the car, but you're on the middle of the highway and all of a sudden your car breaks down. It's not like car work. See? Just some realizations here. But anyways, thank you for watching. Check out videos YouTube of Bao Codmoon. He's got great videos. Witch in the Working. Check him out. Just put down Witch in the Working or Witch in the Work. You'll find it. The Gray Mystic. Check out Pick the Pagan. I'm trying to remember. Ocean Keltoy. Really great channels. Really great channels. So, anyways, thank you for watching. As always, blessed be.